Every night, like clockwork, the haunting melody began its eerie journey down our street. 3:03 a.m., the bewitching hour, was its appointed time to come to life. Only those present in the living room or kitchen could hear it as it drifted by, starting faintly near the beginning of the lane by the Carson residence. Our house stood in the middle of the street, allowing us to hear the soft whistling pass us by before fading into the direction of the dead end. My sister and I were once curious youngsters, sneaking into the kitchen on some nights to listen to the enigmatic sound. Our parents forbade it, knowing the peculiar rules of our neighborhood. Yet, they were never too hard on us since we adhered to the one fundamental rule: never attempt to catch a glimpse of the whistler. Our neighborhood was a peculiar place where I'd spent most of my life. The houses were small but well kept, and the yards provided ample space to roam. Other children of my age filled the neighborhood, and we had grown up together, playing games and creating cherished memories. But two peculiarities set our neighborhood apart: the night whistling and the inexplicable good luck that graced our lives. The whistling never bothered me much, as it remained inaudible from my bedroom. My parents were reserved about discussing it, and I had learned not to ask questions. My father, a composed and tall man, hailed from the islands, and he held an accent that added to his charm. Yet, the only time his calm demeanor wavered was when the whistler was mentioned. He would talk a little faster, his eyes shifting restlessly, and he would remind us never to dwell on the matter too much, always emphasizing the one crucial rule: never to look outside when the whistler passed. Protective measures were taken each night before we went to bed. Heavy canvas shutters were installed on the inside of every window, meticulously pulled down from the top and securely latched to the bottom of the frames. Small locks safeguarded each latch, and my father kept the keys in his room. My mother's stance on the whistling remained ambiguous. Occasionally, I caught her in the living room at 3:03 a.m., sitting quietly on our big red couch, seemingly absorbed in listening to the haunting tune. The whistler's melody followed a consistent, cheerful pattern. Da 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 dum, da 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 dum. Yet, amidst the strange phenomenon of the whistling, our neighborhood seemed blessed with good fortune. It was hard to explain, and my dad didn't like discussing it much either. Remarkably positive things occurred frequently to the people around us: unexpected promotions, radio contest victories, and unearthing authentic arrowheads in gardens. My mom once called it a million little blessings, and it became a defining characteristic of our cherished neighborhood. However, the main reason we settled here was my sister Nola. Born with a severe lung condition, she was frail and tiny, requiring machines to help her breathe. Our move here brought an unexpected miracle: Nola's gradual recovery. The doctors couldn't explain it, attributing it to medical treatments. But deep down, we all knew that living here granted us another one of those million little blessings. Despite the undeniable good fortune, we had learned that certain misfortunes struck those who dared to confront the whistler. Our neighborhood had a welcoming committee, known for its hospitality and assistance to new residences. When we moved in, they showed up with warm smiles, macaroni casserole, a gift basket, and a manila folder. In private, the committee divulged the strange truth: the whistling would occur every night from 3:03 to 3:05 a.m. As long as we refrained from looking for the source, the whistler would never harm us. However, they solemnly warned that those who sought the whistler met with misfortune. They shared tales of car crashes, ruined lives, public deaths, and freak accidents, a dark catalog of tragedy. Despite the ominous warning, we stayed and embraced the million little blessings, cherishing Nola's recovery as the ultimate testament. Our lives unfolded peacefully, until the day Holden, our new neighbor, discovered the truth. Holden was the son of the recently departed neighbor, Miss Maddie. His parents had moved into the house right next to ours, and they embraced the committee's advice, heeding my dad's instructions about the locking shutters. We got along well with them, and their presence seemed to brighten our tight-knit community. One evening, Holden came over for a sleepover. We played games and watched movies, but as night fell, an unsettling curiosity consumed him. He asked about the whistler, believing it to be some weirdo from the neighborhood. My sister and I warned him against discussing it, but his curiosity persisted. During a moment of distraction, Holden managed to sneak the key to the blinds from my dad's nightstand. Ignoring our pleas, he approached the window and looked outside. The whistling began to intensify as he turned his gaze. My heart pounded in my chest as I rushed to protect my sister. I shielded her from the window, jamming my eyes shut to avoid the gaze of the whistler. Holden froze, his face drained of color. The blinds snapped shut, and the haunting tune ceased. Holden revealed that he wouldn't tell anyone about what he saw, pleading with the unseen entity to leave us be. The night turned into a terrifying ordeal, with relentless knocking on doors and windows, as though something sought entry. At one point, a sinister voice echoed through the walls, repeating words like a menacing parrot. Police, police, police. My parents, armed with baseball bats, stood vigilant, protecting us from the unseen threat. Holden's family moved away not long after, marked by a somber, lifeless demeanor. The misfortune that followed them served as a stark reminder of the dire consequences of confronting the whistler. Our neighborhood remained our home, guarded by the knowledge that some secrets are best left undisturbed, and some mysteries should never be unveiled.